All right, so now we have more people here. I can ask the question again. How many of you, this is your very, very first Punany experience? Oh, shit. How are you hearing about this?
Word of mouth. HBO.
It's word of mouth?
Yeah.
Isn't that Facebook? Facebook?
Word of mouth.
It's not Twitter. I'm gonna stop wasting my time on Twitter. Okay, word of mouth, that's good. I've been coming to DC for a long time. I lived in DC. I'm from California, but I lived in DC. I went to Howard here. Yeah, I became a woman in DC. Yeah, I used to hang out at tracks. Yeah. Wow. Somebody said, oh God. I know, right? I learned so much. And actually it was probably part of the reason I started the Punany Project was that I had spent some time at tracks. And at that time, you know, we didn't talk about the down low. There wasn't really a word for it. But when I went to tracks one night and I saw like the guys, like the B-boys with the big, you know, down jackets and everything, but they were hanging out at the gay club. I was like, you know, I'm young and sexually active, and then I saw a bunch of alphas there. It's just like, oh my God. Right, and I didn't understand about a lot of things that I understand about now, you know, but part of the reason I started the Punany Project, which is an AIDS awareness project at its core. So you will hear me do some things like that relate to that. But, you know, I look at sexuality and our black politics, black sexuality and black politics kind of go together. So you see the rise in the HIV rate in the African American community around the same time you see the rise in the prison rate, right? And then you have, with the absentee fathers, you have guys leaning on each other for all types of comfort. You know, this is a lot going on there. And the conversation is real deep, like real deep. So there'll be some things that we talk about tonight that may, you know, be new to you, may not be new, may intrigue you a little bit, may make you a little uncomfortable. You know, I talk about also something that I learned in the course of doing this project. I'm in my 21st year. So I learned about the power of the prostate, you know. So it's something to be talked about when you talk about, like, a lot of people think of gay sex as, you know, gay sex between men as just like something that is taboo or scary or whatever. But when you think about the physical form of man, you know, men have a prostate gland that makes, that, ladies, it is the equivalent, from what I understand, of having like a clitoris in your ass, okay? If you could understand that, you can understand why they have a new category at the CDC called MSM. That's men who have sex with men that do not consider themselves gay. People that you would call on the down low. But a lot of times it's just because they've learned that they have this special little button and they're scared to ask their woman to stimulate it for fear of thinking that he's gay. But it's really not. It's not a gay thing. It's a physical thing. And tonight we're going to talk about how to get to it without emasculating him. Yay. Tonight we're also going to have a kissing competition. So pucker up. I did send you an email about that. Yes, we're gonna have love confessions tonight. If you got your tickets early, you got an email from me that kind of described, you know, the events for tonight. You don't have to participate. Everything, of course, is voluntary. Let's see what else you might not know.
Don't give us many options.
Well, sometimes we, you know, we really go in for the head doctor show. You might even get some foot washing. we like, yeah, the head doctor show is a lot more, yeah, but I didn't want to eliminate the audience interaction, so we're still going to have the audience interaction tonight, and I still have my dancers here, so, yeah. So let's have some fun. Yeah, I still have my dancers now. They go where I go. All right, so this one's old. Can you hear me if I talk like this?
Yes.
Yeah. Can I just set this down? Thank you. Okay, like I said, I started the Punany Project in 1995. At the time, I was a hip-hop entertainment journalist. Eazy-E had just announced that he had contracted AIDS. I was sexually active. I was scared the motherfucker. I was like, we're all gonna die. And they're using sex to kill us. Like, I thought we were all going to die. I was really scared. And I thought, okay, so I want to do a poetry project with all my writer friends and some of the people that I've been interviewing. So I got lots of help, you know, from different entertainers that I knew. They helped me put a soundtrack to go with my book, you know, so I got Tony in there, and Souls of Mischief, and people who were real popular in the Bay Area at the time. And I wanted to make my book have like a hip-hop feel that also had a AIDS awareness twist to it. So it's really raw, like sexually raw, and definitely a lot of people were not ready for that at the time. There was no genre of poetry that was black erotica at the time. So when I first came out, I guess I did the project for about 3 years before I landed on HBO. And people were like, oh my God, that's sacrosanct. You cannot just like talk about black people and sex in public like that. The first venue we played was the University of Colorado, and the Black Student Union protested my show. It was like uphill for the first 10 years, just like, oh my God, why can't people understand that we are sexual beings and we need to start talking about our erotic selves in a way that is more positive? Because if you allow people to only talk about black sex in a negative light, you will never ever have true freedom. So I pushed on, and this is kind of like, this poem is indicative of where I started, and this was my idea of what a hip-hop poem was supposed to be like. It is called Ebonically Speaking. I got a hoochie secret. It's something for you to see, because there ain't one thing on this earth that feel like ghetto booty. See, I'ma flip some script to you so you could give love to me. Sex is the ultimate conjugation of the verb to be. It don't just be a thing we do the way I be kissing, licking, and sucking all on you. That just be an example of display if you're willing. Can you dig it? No pun intended. You get how I be feeling? I'm already knowing, because I be seeing the glistening snail trails you be leaving. And you love me, so you never fail to drape your manhood good and well with a latex condom nice and tight, so I can give this to you right. I don't be having no worries at all when we lay safe. I'm open and free to give you this place for your suffering to bury. I be loving it when be fucking, because fucking is a good thing. And don't you lie, be making you cry to hear my pussy sing. Brother, you be conducting the way you be fucking, arranging shit, licking it, slapping it, flipping it. You know how you act like you living it? You can do what you want when our Jones is on, if you're knowing that this ain't gratis. The kitty cat's crooning while the music notes are tuning, but my mind be counting C's. You's a brother with status, a brother with G's, willing to pay for this fine gluteus maximus. Now my ass cheeks be talking when I ride your body's course like a stallion, pounding the earth with great force, moans, sighs, thrusts of relief I empty on that Jimmy hat to all my soul that's in grief. When it be getting good to you, I can feel you growing fat. Your pulse be making my pussy twitch and my legs be hella shaking it. You be talking dirty and your eyes be a wall of saying, oh baby, you my bitch. And I don't be tripping. Hell, I love it when we ballin', cause ballin' is all that. Just don't you be slipping, trying to run in this kitty cat with out of hat. You best be respecting this body I'm protecting. I ain't your personal love tool. I might be your bitch if the cash is forthcoming, but baby, without a rubber, I ain't your fool.
All right.